So I just came across this MCP scanner tool. It's a Python-based scanner for checking security vulnerabilities in MCP servers. I mean, that's pretty cool, right?
Absolutely. It's fascinating that it combines multiple scanning engines like YARA and something called LLM as a judge. That sounds powerful.
Right? And it provides flexibility by allowing users to run these engines together or independently. Makes me think about how customizable security tools are becoming.
Yeah, customizability is key, especially in cybersecurity. But how effective can it really be? I wonder if the effectiveness varies with the scanning mode.
That's a good point. The tool offers multiple modes like a CLI tool or a REST API server. I'm curious if one mode is significantly better than the other.
It might depend on user needs. For instance, a REST API could be ideal for integration into CI/CD pipelines, while CLI suits quick checks.
True, and the detailed reports it generates on detected vulnerabilities sound useful, but I wonder how comprehensive those reports really are.
Well, the documentation mentions a detailed output format, but I assume it may also depend on the type of security issues detected.
Exactly, and the ability to add custom YARA rules to detect specific patterns, that's pretty innovative, but doesn't that require a bit of expertise?
For sure, it might be a double-edged sword. Great for advanced users, but it could alienate less experienced ones who might find it overwhelming.
I'm trying to picture how someone would set this up. The prerequisites mention Python and certain keys, which could be a barrier for some.
Yeah, needing an API key and Python setup may not be ideal for everyone. It raises the question of accessibility, doesn't it?
Absolutely, but once set up, the potential for scanning various tools and resources sounds powerful. I wonder what tools are most commonly scanned.
The examples suggest scanning things like client configurations or prompts. It's interesting how broad the application is.
Speaking of prompts, how effective can the LLM analyzer be? I mean, scanning prompts for vulnerabilities is quite innovative.
Right, but it makes me wonder about the limitations. Can it really detect nuanced issues like prompt injections? The evidence for that must be mixed.
Exactly, and if it's based on trained models, how often do those models need updates to stay relevant against emerging threats?
Good point. Regular updates are crucial. Otherwise, static models might miss new vulnerabilities. It's a constant race against time.
It feels like a balancing act. On one hand, you want powerful tools, on the other, you need them to be user-friendly and adaptable.
Totally. And the fact that it supports OAuth adds another layer of complexity. It's great for security, but can be confusing for some users.
Right? It's like great, but also like hold on, not everyone will be comfortable configuring that.
The potential is definitely there, though. If they can streamline the user experience, it could make a significant impact in the field.
That's so true. The integration possibilities with other security measures could be game-changing.
And think about the implications. With comprehensive vulnerability reporting, organizations can better prioritize risks.
Yeah, better prioritization leads to more effective resource allocation. It's like empowering security teams to focus on what really matters.
But there's still the question of trust. Can organizations depend on this tool to provide accurate assessments consistently?
Good call. If the results aren't reliable, it undermines the whole tool's purpose. Trust issues could deter adoption.
Exactly. I think transparency in how it detects vulnerabilities is key. Users need to understand the process.
And that leads back to documentation. Clear, thorough documentation can make a huge difference in usability.
For sure. And if the documentation is interactive, like they mentioned, that could really help users get started quickly.
That's a fantastic feature. It's like having a virtual guide. It bridges the gap between complex technology and the user.
Right? It feels like the more intuitive these tools become, the more effective they'll be in safeguarding systems.
So all in all, the MCP scanner has a ton of potential, but definitely requires careful consideration on implementation.
Absolutely. Balancing power, usability, and trust is no small feat. It'll be interesting to see how it evolves.
Totally, and with the ongoing rise in security threats, tools like these are more crucial than ever.
Exactly. But as we explore these innovations, I wonder what future challenges will arise in the cybersecurity landscape.
Great question. Keeping ahead of vulnerabilities could be an uphill battle. It's a fast-paced world out there.
And speaking of pace, how much faster can we expect these tools to adapt to new threats? That's going to be key for their longevity.
For sure, let's keep an eye on how these developments unfold and see how well the MCP scanner meets those challenges.